There has been sharp rise in sales of Bernal since the Ayodhya judgment was passed, and you know the obvious reasons. Construction of Ram Temple has been an ever debated and a targeted topic by left-leaning media, intellectuals, influencers, and historians like Irfan Habib and Romila Thapar.
Saying that this was a national issue and it should be protected, and that it was a mosque and should remain a mosque.
With Supreme Court verdict in November 2019, it made its path clear for the construction of Majestic Temple in Ayodhya, and finally the legal battle of 500 years got settled. While the opposition and the left-leaning media ecosystem criticizes the temple as a waste of money, let's debunk their claim and build them properly with some fact and make them understand the economics of the temple. The first phase of the temple was really constructed with zero investment from the government or the donation received by the trust. The estimated cost of construction of the temple was 1800 crores, but the trust received the donation of 3600 crores, and these donations were voluntarily given by every caste, class and section of the society. The donation received by the trust were strategically invested in three different banks: the State Bank of India, the Punjab National Bank and the Bank of Baroda, and the interest earned by these deposits were used for the construction of first phase of the temple. Let's discuss the economic impact of the temple. With the construction of Ram Mandir, not only the Indian Sanatani culture will be at its peak, but it will also affect several sectors of economy. Now let's discuss these sectors one by one. Capital investment in infrastructure sector is key to any economy, which facilitates direct and indirect job creation. Around 5,000 skilled, semi-skilled and non-skilled workers were directly involved in the construction of the temple. Apart from this, both central and state government have invested 30,000 crores in 178 different projects for construction of airport, state highways, beautification of the city and cleaning of Saryu River. This has also motivated the private sector and has recorded an expected boom in cement and other construction related industry. On an average, around 3 to 3.5 crore people are expected to visit Ayodhya every year. In the year 2024, these statistics have raised to 1 to 1.5 crore people visiting Ayodhya every month. With this, 80 plus hotels have got construction approval, including Radisson and the Taj. And among them, 50 plus hotels have already started their constructions. Apart from this, more than 700 plus homestays have been approved, having 2,800 plus rooms. And this has created a decent earning opportunity for the local residents of Ayodhya. Maharshi Valmiki International Airport has been constructed to enhance air connectivity, and the number of trains running for Ayodhya has also been increased. A 4-lane highway to ensure smooth road connectivity for Ayodhya was constructed well before the inauguration of the temple. With all these things falling into place, it is for sure there will be a surge in real estate sector. There has been increase in number of property registration along with rise in property prices up to 4 to 10 times than what it was before November 2019. With this, UP Housing Board has also announced a greenfield project of 1966 square meter to 7,850 square meter, which is somehow directly or indirectly going to affect the construction industry. Just imagine, with 3 to 3.5 crore devotees visiting Ayodhya every year, it is expected that restaurants and dhaba sector will show its boom. Apart from this, other merchandise related industry like flower sector, like diyas and those producing gift items will also record an increased sales. But still, with all these, few people will always have to say this.
मैं सोच रहा था कि अगर जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया की जगह मंदिर बना देते तो क्या इस देश का विकास हो सकता था?
With these many infrastructure related projects, travel, tourism, big and small shops coming in Ayodhya, this is an opportunity for huge job creation and increasing competition in the market, which is really healthy for our economy. Now coming to this argument.
मेरा स्टैंड है कि राम मंदिर और मस्जिद दोनों वालों से पूछ लो, और अगर दोनों की सहमति हो तो वहाँ एक अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी बनवा लो.
No other religious institution can contribute more than what a Hindu religious institution do for the society. By Hindu religious institution, I mean the constitutional definition of Hindus, which includes Sikhs, Buddhists, and Jains. Sri Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam runs 6 professional colleges, 4 degrees, 2 oriental colleges, 2 junior colleges, 7 high schools, and 4 elementary schools. Apart from this, Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine Board, as a corporate social responsibility, runs a sports complex, a Gurukul, a super speciality hospital, nursing colleges, and many more. Sri Mahavir Mandir Patna, less than 1/10 size of what was awarded to the other party in Ayodhya judgment, runs 5 different hospitals: Mahavir Cancer Sansthan, Mahavir Arogya Sansthan, Mahavir Vatsalya Hospital, Mahavir Netralay, and Mahavir Cardio Hospital. Temples not only play a major role in economy, but they also represent our deep heritage culture. So the construction of temple must be celebrated and not debated. And before opening your dirty little mouth, make sure you have your proper research done, or else the belt of truth shall triumphs. With this, if you loved this video, do like, share, and hit the subscribe button. Jai Shri Ram and Happy Ram Navami.